it. Oh, wow, what a shot. That's going to be it, people.
And good evening, Pool Player Nation. Welcome to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas for coverage of the 2025 APA Pool Player Championships presented by the American Pool Players Association. Our coverage brought to you by our good friends at PoolDog.com. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I am joined by the Hall of Fame legend, Ava Lawrence. Ava, we've got our first championship to be decided this evening at this year's event. $5,000 on the line for the 9-ball doubles championship.
Yeah, it started with 384 teams from around the country and other countries, obviously, as we'll go into later on. But this is this year's cream of the crop right here. We got the two teams are going to be playing a race to 38. I guess that's all we have to say about this. Should be a good one.
Now, before we meet our finalists in the 9-ball doubles championship, let's give you a quick breakdown of some of the key rules here in Pool Dog Arena. Of course, APA rules will apply. Teams here can consist of any combination of men or women. Players will alternate shots here, not turns. They will get one coaching timeout per team, per game, or per rack, and matches are played according to the 9-ball doubles race chart. Give you a look at that chart now. Again, as Ava mentioned, tonight we have each of these teams at a combined handicap of 10, which means we will see a 38 to 38 point race. As a reminder, each ball pocketed is worth 1 point. Each 9-ball pocketed is worth 2 points. Now let's meet our championship finalists. First up, from Downers Grove, Illinois, we have BK Have It Your Way. And their opponents are coming from Fairfield, Connecticut, the team of La Familia. And as I mentioned, both these teams are competing for $5,000 first place prize money this evening, with the runner-up taking home $3,000. Players are ready to get started down in the pit. Let's take you down into the action for the start of the 9-ball doubles championship. All right, players preparing to lag. We have on the left, the blue shirt, Brandon Tucker. He is a skill level 6 for the team of BK Have It Your Way. And lagging his opponent, Daniel Sear of La Familia. Again, they are out of Fairfield, Connecticut. Winner of the lag will have the break. And that will be Daniel Sear winning the lag. Got a busy week ahead, Ava. Lots of championships to be decided in this reconfigured Pool Player Championships. Not only do we have the 8-ball Classic and 9-ball Shootout, but we've added obviously the 9-ball Doubles Championship, the 8-ball Doubles Championship, to go with the Jack and Jill Doubles Championship, the Wheelchair Championship, and we've also bringing in the Masters and the Ladies 8-ball Championship, and we're going to have coverage of all those events over the next several days, all brought to you by our good friends at PoolDog.com. Looks like Daniel is ready to break here. Again, this is going to be a race to 38 points. Buckle up. Sometimes it can go quick in the 9-ball.
You bet, especially if you can get that break working. Big deal to make a ball or two, except for that white one almost went in.
Does pocket a ball on the break.
Not much to look at here, though. It looks like the 8-ball has a piece of that one hidden.
Daniel's teammate here is Fernando Perez. These two have been playing together for 3 years.
Trying to kick. Oh.
He's going to scratch in the side pocket there. So ball in hand now for the team of BK Have It Your Way.
And skill level 6 and 4, they have a really good chance here of running this table. It's pretty open. if they can figure out a way to get on this 2. This is Brandon Tucker. He's going to start them off. And just going to drift that cue ball. The 8 obviously looms large. You just got to really pick where you're going to be. Better off like this, giving a bit of an angle on the 2 as opposed to trying to get too cute with the 8 ball being there.
That'll bring Kyle Berger now to the table. Skill level 4. He is the K in the BK Have It Your Way.
He's the K.
Brandon and Kyle
All right.
shooting on the 2 ball.
Again, all he has to worry about is staying somewhat close and just avoiding that 8. Love to get an angle. I'm not sure. It's going to be tight for that 4 ball to pass by the 7. I'm going to take a close look at it. Only he knows how much of a pocket he's going to have there by seeing if there's comfortable way to get past, for the 4 to get past the 7. Oh, he didn't like it.
This is the first time these two have really played as a doubles team coming into this tournament.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they said they've played on some teams together in the past. They're, they're friends outside the pool world, but in terms of playing 9-ball doubles together, this has really kind of been their first experience, and it's gone, as you could tell, from 384 down to 2. It's gone very well for them.
Yeah, it worked out. And I have a feeling they're going to try again next year. All right. Wonder if he's going to just roll this up and play defense. Yeah, that's a good move. Just be patient. Leave him tough.
And that'll bring Daniel back to the table now.
He would love to get that 4 away from the side a little bit because now it is a makeable kick shot. The feeling is going to hit it, but you got to remember this table will kick a little bit off the rail differently than in the main tournament room where they've been playing for the last couple of days. It's going to slide a little bit more and tend to go long. Just a little bit, and that safety for Team BK Have It Your Way, that paid off.
Got another one of these white diamonds here in Pool Dog Arena this year.
This is my favorite so far, I
Like
think.
the white diamond?
Oh, yeah, I love the white diamond, and I love kind of that it's got a little bit of color. You see the gray pockets.
That was
And
our guy Sean Johnson working with Diamond to create that work of art.
They do. Yeah,
It's
it's
a work of
really
art.
beautiful. It really is beautiful. A lot of comments from the players here that have seen it on the floor here. Drifted a little too far there. Again, talking about this cloth is brand new. Nobody has hit 1 ball on it yet. I'm sure he was trying to save that up and play it in the side pocket, but it went too far. The balls are new. Oh, a little 2-way shot there. Backup defense.
Brings Fernando back to the table. He's a skill level 5.
Okay. It's going to make sure he hits this. You got to really watch it here, though. If you hit the far side of the 6, you could scratch. No, he hit it solid. Not only that, but check that defense out. 2 can play that game.
Brings Brandon back to the table now. And looking ahead to our schedule tomorrow, Ava, it's a jam-packed
Oh, the
5
8-ball.
tiers of the 8-ball Classic coming at you
Yes.
tomorrow. I think we kick off with our first match at 11 a.m. That's Pacific time.
And we're starting this year with which tier do we start?
They don't tell me those kinds of things until I show up.
Oh, above your play grade, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't know either, so
I think
figured
we
out.
generally start with the lowest tier.
We didn't last year.
I think maybe because there was a conflict. Sometimes if there's a player in another event
Oh, that's true.
where there's like a
Got it.
crossover, and that might have been the case last year, but generally I think we go from lowest tier to highest
Yes,
tier.
exactly.
So, but that will be tomorrow, kicking off at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. And those rounds will continue about every 90 minutes. We'll start a new one. So make sure that you have liked or you are following our Facebook page, or you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. You'll get notifications as each of those matches go live.
All right, here's where it pays off to walk around the table a little bit. I see a lot of players just stand where he was standing now and kind of figuring out where he wants to be. But to decide on a good angle to get from the 8 to the 9, take that extra time and just real quickly walk over, take a look, and walk back. It's kind of tells all your senses and that awful committee in the back of your head that tries to make you miss everything. If you really pick out where you want to be, it's worth it. It's worth it. You watch the pros play, we all walk around and just kind of decide as opposed to kind of guesstimate from the other side of the table. All right. This with high, but often at times it dies. It's a lot of nerves here, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, we talk about it a lot because it is a big part of this. You have 4 amateurs here that are all of a sudden thrown into playing. Arguably, I would say it would have to be their first time playing on
I would imagine.
this kind of a setting.
A little different than playing at Joe's pool room back home, right?
Definitely is.
A little tougher to run out here. As you can see, another one.
Yeah, just a lot
Follows
of
it up
nerves.
with a scratch. So, no harm, no foul, at least for the team of La Familias. They'll have ball in hand now and opportunity to finish out this rack, take an early lead. And what we generally see here is there are some early nerves, and they kind of get used to it as they play along.
Yes, yes.
Settle in, so. Fernando pockets that 8 in the corner. And now we'll see if Daniel can run the 9 ball for 2 more points and the break. And the 9 ball falls. La Familia takes a 6-4 lead after the first rack. We're going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. And welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas for continuing coverage of the APA Pool Player Championships. You're watching the 9-ball doubles championship here. Team of La Familia leading 6-4. Fernando Perez at the table here with the break, his first break of the match.
He also chooses to break from straight ahead.
He does pocket a ball in
Yeah.
the break, picks up an additional point for his team.
Not much to work with here, though. There's no push out in APA 9-ball. So he's going to have to come with something. Want to hit the right-hand side of this if you can, sending the cue ball over this way towards the 5. Then it's all the speed. As far to see, he doesn't want that to go to the front of the side. Just a little firm.
Chance for Brandon now to pick up some points.
He should be able to make the 1 ball, I believe, in the side. Side pockets are a little tight coming from the side like that, but not much of a chance to get on the 2. We'll see if he plays defense instead. No. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Kyle Berger back to the table now. Kyle again is a skill level 4.
I have to tell you, I'm really excited about the new APA lights.
The new lights in the
The
tournament
new-
room, yeah.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I believe those are Littman lights.
They're beautiful. Ooh, that did not work out. Got a potential for a 2-9 combo here. I think if it does pass, the 2-ball passes, then they might go for the run out.
See if Fernando likes it.
May have to go for the 2-9 combo. Not sure there's enough space. He might be able to cheat the pocket just a little bit. Tablecloth really slides since it's so hot from the lights and so dry here.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll work.
that's the 2. Daniel here wanted to give a shout out to his wife, Emily, and his son, Tucker.
Home watching, I would think.
Watching from somewhere, I would
Watching
imagine,
from
whether
somewhere.
it's at home or
Yeah,
here in Las Vegas, who
True.
knows? Or somewhere else.
somewhere.
That's the beauty of the coverage brought to you by
Yeah.
our friends at pooldog.com, as you can watch it from anywhere.
True. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, that angle.
So that'll be a dead ball. No point awarded there. And ball in hand now to BK Have It Your Way.
That is one shot that you see scratch so many times, and if I could give any advice, it's to really work on setting up drills to really get a feel for the cue ball going across table like that. That is a very common scratch. Often very costly, as in this case, could be very costly. That would be 5 points if they could run these last 4 balls. And again, slippery cloth, brand new, hot lights, also equates to when you go across like that, you may hit it perfectly, but the spin is not gonna take as much. So it's whoever adjusts first is usually the one that accepts the situation and adjusts. It usually ends up being your winner.
Brandon pockets the 8. Kyle will try to finish off the 9 ball to be their first lead of the match.
You get the feeling that both teams have kind of picked up speed here, haven't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
A little more settled in after that first rack. The 9 ball falls for Kyle. And BK Have It Your Way now leads 10-9. And we'll be back after a quick word from our sponsors.
No way. He did it. He did it. Holy smokes. What a shot.
The 2 defeats the 9. David has beaten Goliath. And we are back here at Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the APA 9-ball doubles championship, all part of the Pool Player Championships taking place this week at the Westgate, Las Vegas.
A bit of a cut break there, and that paid off. 4 ball goes down. Open shot at the 1. Not the angle he would prefer here, but I think just shoot. If he can shoot a stop shot, still makes the 2 ball very makeable. He would love to have the angle to follow it down and back up again. So I'm going to take a look at it. See where the 2 is on the opposite side of the table, so the straighter in on the 2 he can get, obviously, the better.
So he cannot pocket the 1 ball. Table back to La Familia. Daniel Sear.
Was looking at Daniel's shoes. I like his shoes. Got some colorful shoes on
Yep.
today. Matches the shirt almost. There you go. It's like
Yeah, that
every
camera
color in the
work.
rainbow. I love it. It's got the little silver on the back. Statement shoes.
Hopefully they're comfortable too.
Yeah.
You need the
Sure.
comfortable shoes out here.
You bet. A lot of walking. Get your steps in here,
It's
don't you?
definitely a lot of walking.
All right, so making this, he needs to apply a little bit of right spin here to be able to come up. I don't know. Oh, is he going for the combo? He sure was.
He went for it, didn't get it. And now the table returns to BK Have It Your Way, Brandon.
All right, Brandon does have the perfect angle now to get up for the 2 and start off this run. I believe the biggest issue they're going to have is the 3 to the 5. Other than that, this table looks pretty sporty. Uh-oh. Unless, don't want
Pockets
to
the
add any
1.
spin on that one.
Scratches in the opposite corner, so that'll be a dead ball. Each team now with 1 dead ball. And ball in hand for La Familia. A few mistakes early on here in these first few racks for both teams, so it's kind of balancing out.
And again, these are, they're 5-5 and a 6-4, so it's not, it's not like it's an automatic run out. And again, they're getting used to the table and the lights and everything else. So you see how that slid right there? That is a direct outcome of the cloth being new. So as you tune in the next few days, you're going to see the table slow down a little bit. The spin is going to grab a little bit more. But we often see this for the first match, and that is because the table needs to be worked in a little bit. We all know that playing on the Pro Tour as well, when you would come totally different than playing the tournament for 3, 4, 5 days before.
We are all even at 11 points apiece now.
And for those of you who just tuned in, who may not be familiar with how the APA scoring system works in 9-ball, you get 1 point for each ball. So each ball is super valuable. The 9-ball you get 2 points for. So there's 10 points available.
And it's
on
winner
the
break.
table. Winner breaks.
So you definitely want that last 2 points.
Yes.
Kyle back to the table now.
There you go. There's that slide again. You don't want to hit too many into the rail with high. You want to make sure you hit center ball as much as possible. Then you're not going to have the cue ball die the way it just did on the last couple of shots there.
I know we've mentioned our friends at Pool Dog and, of course, the folks at Diamond. I mentioned our other sponsors. Our newest sponsor, Ava, Kamui Tips. Now supporting the APA. We've got Aramith Balls and Action Cues. Appreciate all their support.
All great equipment.
As Brandon picks up another point for his team.
The tip I have on mine, it doesn't get much work out anymore since I retired. But it's still holding up. I think I've had the same tip for 5 years now.
Yeah.
I do play.
Where do you
once
keep,
in a
where do you
while,
keep
but
that cue? Where does it reside when
it resides in a wall stand on my, in my house.
Oh, in like a stand, nice little
Yeah.
in your pool room.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't stay in the case all the time.
No.
Okay.
That way, if I get the hankering, I can just kind of go and grab it and hit a few balls.
Yeah. Little coaching timeout here. Again, each team gets 1 timeout per rack.
And again, both are skill level 10, so team of La Familia are skill level 5 and 5, and on BK Have It Your Way, we have a 6
and a
which is
4.
Brandon Tucker, and 4 Kyle Berger, which makes it an even race to 38 in the 9-ball doubles. Some of these teams that are here played in league. Some played in a qualifying tournament. But one way or another qualified to get here. I know you said that BK Have It Your Way. That's the first time they play together, so I have a feeling
Yeah, I don't think they have a
played in a
division.
qualifier, yeah.
Just some kind of qualifier tournament.
No, all league areas do. So.
Right. You're seeing some numbers there. Pool Player Championship by the numbers. 49 states. Almost $1 million total in prize money. Fernando pockets the 8 in the corner. Again, we are tied at 13 points apiece and a chance for Daniel Sear to pick up 2 more and hold that break into the 3rd rack.
Nice and close match. That's how we like it, right, Jason?
Absolutely.
Good shot. They stroked it.
Ooh, made it interesting, but the 9-ball
falls. Closer than I thought it was, yeah.
2 more points for La Familia, and they will have the break once again when we return in just a moment.
Hey, listen, I know that you don't play pool, but my league team is looking for someone tonight who's never played, so you're coming with.
Hey. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
I can't believe it. You did it. We're going to Vegas.
And welcome back to Pool Dog Arena, continuing coverage of the APA 9-ball doubles championship. At the table, Fernando Perez of La Familia. They're out of Fairfield, Connecticut, and they lead. Small lead, but a lead nonetheless, 15-13 at this point in the match.
Doesn't hurt to have the break either. See if you can keep that cue ball on the table and pocket a ball and get him started.
Couple balls on the break there. And they have broken each rack.
No
the
love
third
from the
rack.
1 ball, though, huh? The 5 got in the way. What you want to do here is try to kick and hit this side of the 1. Cue ball comes down this direction. 1 ball comes down here. And with the right speed, you should be able to get that 1 ball down to the end rail. Pretty close to it. Might be able to try to kick it in. It's a little more risky. You could sell out a little bit more, but you make it. Oh, there you go. A little firm. A little help from the 8, maybe? Tough to get down on this 2 ball, regardless where it is, so.
We'll see how Brandon wants to handle it here. Brandon from BK Have It Your Way. They're out of Downers Grove, Illinois, outside the Chicago area.
And if you guys have friends that are out here, you can always look on CompuSport to take a look and download that app.
See
and
when they're playing, see where they finished.
See every bracket that we have out here.
Well, no contact there, so that'll be a foul. And ball in hand to La Familia. You can see the payout totals for this event. Total of 38,000, a little over 38,000 paid out at this particular event. 5,000 for first place, 3,000 for the runners-up.
He's going to go ahead and shoot this one. Not a bad idea to look at. Could have played this combination here, the 1 on the 9-3. Now they're forced to kind of make sure that they nick that 3 ball going in. Well, I guess the combo wasn't as easy as I thought it was there. It's aiming towards the side of the corner. I think it would have gone in, but now they're going to have to make sure touch that 3. Perfect. Let's see if he can shoot this 3 at a little bit of an angle and just put some smooth draw on it. Tables will draw real easy right now. Try to come up this way. Follow is no good with the 9 being where it is. Perfect. Perfect.
La Familia now with 20 points. Avon, really the first time now we've seen some separation in the score in this race to 38 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
See
they're
if
going
they can continue to build here.
Took charge here in this rack, but it's still some work to do. See if he's going to play for the combo here, the 5-9. Obviously, he'd like to get on the 5. That's not an easy shot right there. Got a billiard here. You can either shoot the combo or shoot a billiard. Thin cut on this 5. The result would be to leave a tougher shot. Were you to miss? No problem. What a great shot. Like he just stepped up and shot that like it was straight in.
2 more points with that 9 ball that falls. And once again, La Familia will have the break when we return in just a moment. And welcome back to Pool Dog Arena. Continuing coverage of the APA 9-ball doubles championship from Las Vegas. Daniel Sear at the table. His team now with a 10-point lead in this race to 38. Chance to add on here with the break.
And we're almost officially at the halfway point in this match if it goes all the way. Oh, that's going to end that run.
Scratches on the break.
Got a little fortunate here, though, as you can tell by where that 1 ball is. And see the overhead. I don't know if he can play that billiard on the 5. It's not easy. He can't come this way because that 8, the angle is too wrong to play that. But he could shoot just off the edge here and make that
They're going to
5.
talk about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
he's going to be looking at the 4 combo, the 1.
No, maybe
Oh, he's
not.
playing defense. That's just, first rack they were playing a lot of defensive shots, first and second rack.
Yeah,
We
they're
haven't
gonna
seen
call
much
timeout.
since, but
I was waiting for it, and now Brandon does
Yeah.
call the timeout, talk things over. Again, don't want to fall further behind here in this match. I mean, still plenty of time, but trailing by 10.
I think he's going to look at that billiard. I don't think he likes it. The 5 is a little bit on the other side of the side pocket. Makes it a little, obviously a tougher shot. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead with the defensive shot here, I think. One thing you want to do when you play safe is focus on one ball or the other. Trying to control both perfect speed is really a lot tougher. So pick one ball. They pick the one ball, and that is just great. Perfect aim and speed.
See a list of our exhibitors here at the Pool Player Championships. Everything you could ever want in terms of pool and billiard accessories available here this week. Heck, you can even buy a table here this week.
Isn't that something? Oh, just short. And, oh, my goodness. Well, that 9 ball is right there. Great to pick up a couple of points, but at the same time, you want to stay at the table as long as you can and try to run it. Get as many points as you can. I don't think they have much of a choice, so he's shaking his head saying, I really want to make this 1 ball somewhere, but he's taking a look. Should I shoot the 1-5? Nah, I think he's just going to go ahead and take those 2 and have the break on top of it.
Brandon with
There
the
you go.
1-2 or 1-9 combination for 2 points. Puts them now at 15, trail by 8, and they will have the break now when we return in just a moment. Welcome back to Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the APA Pool Player Championships. You're watching the final match in the 9-ball doubles championship. Kyle Berger at the table with the break here. Scratches in the side pocket. That'll be 1 dead ball in this rack.
We'll see what they're going to do here with this 3-ball, Jason. The fact that it's sitting right on the rail, what you want to do is try to deal with that right now, because this rack is very available to be run. Now that they have ball in hand, to look at bumping that 3-ball off a little bit, because that's a tough shot no matter who you are. Even if you're on this side of the table, it's still not that easy. The fact that it is frozen on the rail, almost. It's almost easier if it's frozen. You see it right there. I don't know that he's going to want to take the risk of bumping it out now by hitting the 1 into it. Since it's covering so much of the pocket, we'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, he did. Perfect. Well done. No fear. The only problem is, does that 2 go past the 6? It's tough to tell. Usually you can see by looking at a player's face or mannerism somehow if they're in trouble or not. But so far, I have not seen any of that from Fernando. He's kind of
stoic.
Yes, very. It's like, I bet you he plays good poker. You know, it's just kind of
Probably so.
poker face. All right.
Pool players don't play poker, do they?
Oh, no.
No?
No, no, no,
Never.
no, no. You don't play poker, do you?
Video poker,
Video poker?
almost exclusively out here.
It's hard to get a spot at the poker table out here, though, with the APAs here, I got to tell
Yeah.
you.
All right. Another opportunity for Brandon at the table.
Nice, smooth. Oh, little overcut. Backup plan here. It's close. I don't know if he can. The table's sliding so much here. You're going to see in a second once we catch up with our pool doggy over here. Again, table sliding a little bit. You'd like to hit right about here to be able to get to that 2. It'll go longer than you think because it slides. Oh, nice shot. Perfect.
Nicely done.
Perfect.
That draws some applause from the crowd here in Pool Dog Arena. Another point on the board for La Familia. They now need 13 more.
Nice and smooth. Didn't come off off the rail enough here to make this easy. Anytime you're stuck on the rail, you guys know that. It makes a shot a lot tougher.
The winner here is going to take home $5,000. The runner-up will take home $3,000. And when I say take home, that means they'll take it out of this room, whether or not they actually get
Take
home.
it home.
That.
I was just about
We'll
to
see,
say.
but
However much of that they managed
once
to
they
leave
leave
with.
there, yeah, that's on them. But
Nice shot. There's a confident stroke right there.
yeah, you could kind of see in that last rack when they really started to extend that lead, and
Mm-hmm.
BK Have It Your Way has not been able to respond in the way they'd like. Not yet, anyway.
All right, that was nice and smooth. Perfect position. Just shoot a stop shot here. Lends itself to, kind of a ticky-tick. Stop, stop, stop to get out. And it's time for BK Have It Your Way to make their move here in the next rack because,
Yeah, they're going to run out of time.
yeah.
3 points still on this table. La Familia now at 29.
Only needing 6 in the next rack.
Assuming they can finish this one off, and they'll have the break as well. 8 ball in the side pocket falls. Daniel Sear will try to pick up the remaining 2 points. This would put them at 32, 6 points shy of victory. And the 9 ball falls. And La Familia out of Fairfield, Connecticut will have a chance to put this match away when we return here in just a few moments. And welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas Continuing coverage of the APA 9-ball doubles championship, the team of La Familia is now ever so close to victory, 6 points away, and they have the break here.
All right, that's
Ball
gonna.
stays on the table. One ball falls there, so they now need 4 points.
Enough of a space to cut this backwards. You have to cut it thin. But at their point now, only needing 6 points, every single ball obviously matters. And
5 points. They
I mean,
still need
5
now,
points.
yeah.
Sorry, yeah,
Well, I threw you off
33.
because I said 4, but
That's
you're
your
right.
fault. Yeah,
I know. Math is not our thing, folks.
Yes, combined. Stroke.
One ball in the corner. Another point on the board. Now 4 points away from victory.
Fernando's going to have to hit a really, really pretty smooth cut shot here. Come around the table 2 ways. He could make it here. Come around 1, 2, 3. And try to get between the 8 and the 4. Don't want to put too much spin on it. There. Oh, just missed it. Just missed it. If he'd have made it, he probably would have gotten position as well, but went a little long because he had more of the ball. So
All right.
Time
do or
to
die
go.
Time now
Time
for
to
BK.
go.
Have it your way. Kyle Berger at the table. Kyle wanted to give a shout out to his wife Marissa and their newborn Lainey back home.
Tough to be away.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey, I'm
said he
going.
was disappointed they couldn't be
know.
here, but obviously with a newborn
sure.
that makes it challenging. But he said they are definitely on his mind as he pockets that 2 in the side.
That was a really nice shot. Again, a little slide on the table. You had to really commit to that shot instead of just tapping it. Put a little right spin on there. Came down perfectly. Either a little bit of left or a little bit of right, whatever you prefer. So I would definitely hit this with a little bit of left and come up and shoot the 4 in the opposite pocket. Oh, all right, that'll work. Kyle says I'll take that straight in shot, no problem. Oh, just barely snuck in there. They're doing just what they have to do. If they can run this rack, they're really in the match. I mean, they at the point right now where if they need 2 more balls pocketed to force BK have it your way. I mean, La Familia to get into the next rack.
There's one.
There's 1. 2 is looking pretty good, as is 3. All they have to do is get the correct angle and get up anywhere in here with the cue ball so you can make the 8 and either drift this way or come straight across.
Gonna take a timeout here. Have a quick conversation. Again, the window of error for them is kind of closed. This is pretty much the end.
Yeah.
No
Yep.
mistakes, or try to avoid the mistakes. May not get another opportunity.
It is often that you see that a team that is kind of let go of nerves now because they have nothing to lose. It's like they're way behind. Let's just, just shoot. Stop thinking
Right.
about where we are. We're probably
Leave
going
it
to
all on the table.
loosen up. We'll see if they can pull a little closer. He's got a good angle. He knows he's going to have to play the correct speed, though, because cue ball being on the rail right here stops him from doing anything with the cue ball, really. So just got to play speed, not to scratch in the corner pocket, but to get far enough down to get a shot. And perfect.
Nice leave there.
Deserves an applause.
right, a big statement there from BK. Have it your
Not
way.
over
They're
yet,
not
is
going
it?
down without a
Uh-uh.
fight, and they will have a chance to maintain that momentum when they break in the next rack after a quick word from our sponsors. All right, welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in all its glory there. What a great setup for this championship finale in the 9-ball doubles. Brandon Tucker at the table for the team of BK. Have it your way. Trying to find a way to get back in this match.
One of the most important break shots he's ever had in his career.
And he gets a ball in the break. Watch out.
Oh, no. Oh, well, not
Misses
much
the
of a
scratch
shot.
in the side.
At least the cue ball is still on the table. That's something. It was heading towards that side pocket, but he knows a break and run here would have got him within one after La Familia having taken such a big lead there. They needed a little bit of luck, but none was coming here on the shot on the one.
Yeah, we're going to see a timeout. You saw Brandon sitting there with the sand
Yeah.
timer in his hand, ready to call that timeout again. There's just not a lot of room for error for these guys at this point, so they're going to go ahead and use their timeout now, talk things over. Again, big shout out to the folks at pooldog.com. They're actually here at the Pool Player Championships. Make sure you stop by and visit them if you're here in Las Vegas. Pick up the latest billiard accessories and maybe give them a high five for sponsoring all this great coverage we've got for you this week. Really appreciate their support.
Thin clip would be the best here.
Look at
No.
this.
Oh,
Look at this.
no,
Look at
not
this.
as good as that.
That'll work.
It pays to hit him, is
Ooh.
what they always say, right?
All right. BK, have it your way. Still controlling the table.
This would be huge.
One in the corner goes. Very makeable 2-ball.
The only thing against is if he has to super slow roll it, unless he jacks up a little bit, makes it tougher. Nobody's going to decide to do. Stop shot would be perfect because then he has a great position to play. Just come around here, make the 3, come around 1, 2 cushions, have all the space in the world to come down here. So it's a speed shot. I don't know if he can do that being jacked up. Again, we play cue ball fouls only, so if he happened to touch the 7 or the 5 a little bit, oh, wow. He had a little chicken wing on that, didn't quite stroke it straight or right. That happens a lot when you're jacked up over the balls. Makes the shot a lot tougher. Besides the pressure, Jason.
Well, now a
That kind of
chance
adds
for
to it.
La Familia. Been a little bit since they were at the table.
Yeah.
Daniel Sear.
Yeah, he kind of, I don't know if he tried to play that safety or if he was trying to bank it. Just didn't get over enough to avoid that. You would have to put a lot of side spin on that for the 3 to elongate that angle.
This is a race to 38 points. BK, have it your way, needing 11. La Familia needing just 4.
Playing defense and using these blockers here. That is so
Nicely
pretty.
done.
Good shot. When in doubt, duck. The rule of thumb is if the shot versus defense is 50-50 or 51-49, then go ahead and go for the defensive shot, whatever it's in favor of. But if it's 50-50, you might as well just wing at it if it's a tough defense.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, no, he didn't.
So that'll be a dead ball, but the scratch means ball in hand for BK Have It Your Way. And
That
there are
put him
still
at 32.
5 points on the table
yeah,
there.
that would put them at 32, just 2 away.
What an opportunity now if they can finish out this rack.
Wow. It's been so long now that do we even remember when the turning point was? They were up 34 to. That's your job. You should
I feel
remember
like
that.
they just kind of picked away at that last rack. Now they had that combination shot in this one, right?
Yeah.
The improbable.
So not
Was that
only
a
are we
one-
not good with
1-6
math, but
combo?
yeah. Say again.
Was it the 1-6 combo?
I'm trying to remember what the score was. Yeah, I'm trying to
I mean,
remember
that
what
was
the
a
score
huge
was.
shot. Still a lot of work to do here, though.
Mm-hmm. Just wants to take that 7 with him for the side pocket. Oh, he used all of that pocket, didn't he?
It falls. They're up to 29.
This would be just talk about the momentum of a match has turned.
Absolutely.
Oh no, you
And-
didn't.
And will it turn once again?
Oof.
3 points on the table. La Familia's got to be licking their chops. Trying to regain the momentum here.
Yeah.
Everything was going their way there. Four points away, 3 points on the table.
Definitely going into the next rack, regardless of who gets these points.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Wow.
check this out. Backup plan.
okay.
Phew.
See how Kyle wants to handle this. They have used their timeout.
Bit of a sigh of relief for the team of La Familia over there, getting a roll right when they
Mhm.
needed it.
Huge moment for Kyle here.
A lot of tension in this room right now, Jason, I'm sure, especially for anybody that's at the table. He's going to kick one rail. Careful, this tends to go long. Yep.
Straight into the corner pocket. Scratches. That'll be ball in hand to La Familia. Still 3 points on the table. BK Have It Your Way, hoping somehow they get a chance to return to the table. Could be difficult here, though.
Yeah, it's not looking too promising. But still, if he makes these 2 balls left on the table, that will put La Familia on the hill, and they can
With
win
the
it on the
break,
break.
yeah.
This rack kind of went back and forth, didn't it? Holy smokes.
Big shot here.
There you have it. They're on
Pockets
the
at
hill.
9. La Familia, now at 37 points, needs just one more ball pocketed. They will have the break when we return in just a moment.
Hey, listen, I know that you don't play pool, but my league team is looking for someone tonight who's never played, so you're coming with. Great, I'll see you there. Hi, guys.
Hey, welcome.
How you doing?
Hey, good to meet you.
Welcome back. I can't believe it. You did it. We're going to Vegas. Vegas, baby.
Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena, continuing coverage of the APA 9-ball doubles championship. Fernando Perez at the table here for the team of La Familia. If he can pocket just one ball on this break while keeping the cue ball on the table, they'll be taking the championship back to Fairfield, Connecticut. Here we go.
And there's the 2. Oh, no.
The 2 does not fall. It's a dry break.
The drama continues.
And another opportunity for BK. Have it your way.
Still up for a challenging start here for BK. Have it your way.
I think this is, I was going to say, Kyle was coming to the table, but he scratched on their last shot. So fortunately for them, they sorted that out before they shot.
A little help from the referee as well, which they appreciate. It's obviously the player's job to keep track of, but it's always good to have that ref there. They do such a great job the whole week. We got to give a shout out to
our referee here, Casey.
Oh, my God. Super
Great job. Appreciate all their hard work. Safety there.
Oh, not quite. You want to get behind that 7 ball.
And now Daniel Sear with an opportunity to close out this match.
And Daniel knows, I mean, obviously he only needs 1 ball, but one mistake, leave one opening here for BK. Have it your way. They only need, what is it? They need 9 balls. 9 points, I should say. So both teams have enough balls on the table in this rack to win. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Doesn't pocket the 1, but he made things very difficult here for Kyle.
Yeah.
Once again.
Well, fortunate there.
Now they do have a timeout in this rack. They decide they want to talk about it. And they will talk about it.
You know, Mullet Man is back again.
Mullet Man's here, huh?
Yeah, and now he's bleached his hair on top of it. So
is it long again?
Yeah, he grew back out again. It's not as long, and it didn't perm this time.
We got to preface. Mullet Man is Jonathan Neiman.
Yeah,
out of Coastal Carolina APA.
Yeah,
he won the 8-ball Classic 2 years ago. I don't remember which tier.
Yes,
it was 8-ball that he won, right?
Yes.
Very animated gentleman, but he's
a little nutty, but we love him.
Decided to cut his mullet and donated it to Locks of Love, and kind of a nice gesture. That was all part of what he had guaranteed you he was going to do if
he told
he
me
won
before.
the event.
I actually kind of put him. I said, do you promise you will? He said yes.
So you talked him into it, yeah? He's a man of his word.
Sort of, yeah.
Just one of the many
look at this. How
here.
You like this? For the win, ball in hand.
And Fernando will have the chance to finish this match out. I don't know if it gets any easier than this shot now with ball in hand.
Oh,
and
don't
the
say
one ball
that.
just
There's
outside.
cues, there's sneezes in the audience.
Trying for the commentator curse.
There you go.
Not happening here,
Didn't want
folks.
it to be your fault, Jason.
La Familia out of Fairfield, Connecticut are your 2025 9-ball doubles champions. Congratulations to them. An outstanding match.
384 teams, and they are
your champs. We'll see if we
top
can
of the heap.
Get a quick word with your new champions here.
Yeah.
Congratulations on winning the 2025 9-ball Scotch Doubles Championships. Tell me what's going through your mind right now.
I don't even know what to say personally. I personally came out here with little to no expectations. Didn't really expect any of this, but fucking made it, dude.
Yeah, I'm out of words. I have no idea what to say because I wasn't expecting this at all. But we put it through.
Well, one of the things I got to say that a lot of people noticed first were your shoes.
Oh, yeah. These are limited edition. No, they are custom Nikes though. So,
They're
I don't know.
bright.
I feel good in them. I feel bright. Give me some attention to my feet, not my terrible pool game. So.
Well, you guys pretty much kept calm all the way through. Was there any point when your opponents were actually catching back up that you thought that they had it?
There was definitely a few times, 100%. We had a few talks in the corner there where, when they started climbing back, we're like, hey, it's now or never. We're a few points away, but these guys obviously can shoot, hella players. The nerves hit a little bit, definitely, when they started catching up. So.
What about for you when you broke dry and you needed 1 point?
At that point, I thought, obviously they're good shooters, so I thought they were able to bring it back up. So, but at that point, it was just I needed to make one, but I just couldn't.
You just couldn't. Did you have anything to say to anybody back home, or do you have anybody here for you today?
Definitely, yeah. We have a bunch of people. We're from Connecticut, La Familia. First of all, thank the Perez family. They've been nothing but kind to me. Thank my fiance Emily, my son Tucker, and my dog Kai. These guys in the back. Those are the best guys in the world over here. We got a few teams from Connecticut out here, so thank you guys, everybody, for showing the support, showing up, helping us through it, and thank you, bro. Thank you.
Well, again, I wanted to say congratulations to you guys for winning, and I'm going to go ahead and pass this back to Ava and Jason back in the booth.
Right.
All right, folks, congratulations to our new 9-ball doubles champions out of Fairfield, Connecticut, the team of La Familia. They're taking home $5,000 for their efforts here. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. Pacific time with continuing coverage of this year's APA Pool Player Championships. See you then.
Good night.